Here we are on the Ohio River, whose history is as long as the river itself. Hey everyone, it's Cashew. Today's adventure brings us to New Richmond, Ohio, to the Cardboard Boat Museum. Every August there's a cardboard boat regatta down here, and one man by the name of Tom Lemon has started a museum showing some of his work. Our story starts here. And if you plan on paddling to Honolulu, you better pack a lunch. And if you come to the museum, be sure to check your guns at the door. And here's something very interesting. Here's a marker of past floods. Suffice it to say, when the river rises, it comes way up here. To give you an idea of how high the water rises, I'm about 5'10". You can see I would have drowned. Here's a reproduction of a 1929-1930 hacker craft, made of cardboard, tape, plexiglass. Here's a model of what it actually looked like to give you a comparison. And all this wood grain you see was not wood grain tape. It was actually painted by hand by someone who helped build this boat. With attention to detail, they even included the engine. See if I can show you a better picture of it. Here's a better shot of the inside. You can see gauges are included. I mentioned you could use tape to build your boat. This is the kind of tape they use. According to regulations of the Regatta, the tape can only come down 4 inches at a seam. So from about here up and then 4 inches this way. And this boat was built for the Ohio Valley chapter of the Merchant Marines. Here's an excellent example of a Viking-style ship. And this is the Dragon's Head. It's made out of styrofoam. And according to regulations, it is allowed to be put on the boat because it's not helping the boat float. And here are a couple of river boats, harking back to the early days of the Ohio River. And this boat is part of the mechanical class because they can use metal and wood and plastic as long as it does not help float the boat. And if some joker shows up to the regatta to cause trouble, we've got Batman and Robin. If you'd like to take part in the regatta but you're not too sure if it's really for you, this boat helps you put a tow in. I don't think the camera can do it justice, but you can see this is all cardboard with just the seams being taped up. It has about 5 coats of outdoor latex paint, and that's it. And for those of you who are fans of Gilligan's Island, a copy of the SS Minnow, complete with holes in the boat. And if you see that little plaque in the middle there, that indicates this boat has been approved by the Ohio Division of Watercraft. It's built that well. Here's another one that has the Ohio Division of Watercraft approval, and this has gone 44 miles down the river. And this is the first of the boats to be approved by the Ohio Division of Watercraft. The first time it went 14.5 miles down the river, and the second time it went 22 miles. For this boat, I was told there were originally 1,000 buttons glued to this boat when it first went in the water. These boats are excellent examples of fine engineering and artistry. And this boat is aptly named the Floater, and you can see why. This boat never won the regatta, but I'm sure it came in at least number 2. And this was the first boat he built, a stealth fighter. This board was found floating down the river, and a sign was made out of it. So we're with Tom Lemon, who owns and operates the Cardboard Boat Museum. So can you give me just kind of a brief history of why you opened the museum?
We had several boats stored, racing them every year, and we needed a place to put them, and so we opened this in 2007, fixed the area all up, the building, and we started displaying them in here and building them here ever since, and then we've been open for 17 years now here.
And you started off with 10, didn't you? Didn't you have 10, and then your
11 years. We've been here 11 years.
Didn't your wife say I think you had like 10 boats, and your wife said you needed to find some place to put them?
No, she would never admit to that, but she was like, every time she would pull in my garage, they was there in the way. But she never did say I had to get them out of there. I wanted to get them out of there myself also. But we got a place to put them, and then we've been having them on display here since then.
Is there one boat that's your favorite?
No, some of the boats that aren't in here that we started building a long time ago. We built motorcycles one year. 3 of us built motorcycles and went as a motorcycle group. And then we built the Flintstone Mobile, a 17-foot train. We did a 16-foot dragster one time. So we've built a lot of different types of boats.
And did you build anything before the regatta, or did you build boats then? Or
no, we started in a buddy and mine decided to do the regatta down here. And that's when we did a stealth fighter jet. Was our first year in 2001, and then after that we just kind of started doing it every year and went to different races. We got on the internet, found some races out in Illinois. We went to races in Illinois and St. Clair Shores, Michigan, Westchester, Ohio, Coney Island. We've done them there. WEBN put a couple on. We've done those. So we've gone around in multiple places and done races.
And like the boat behind you for the Merchant Marine, you built that?
Yeah, we built that as a group here. We built that for the Merchant Marines. A gentleman came in, Bill Hines. He was actually the drummer for Pure Prairie League. He come in and wanted us to build him a boat for him. So we put that boat together, and then they raced it that year. And then we also made another boat for him up here, the Ohio Valley Chapter of Merchant Marines here. We built that boat for him last year.
And then when is the regatta?
The regatta is the 3rd weekend in August. So next year coming up, it would probably be around the 19th or 17th, I think, because it was the 18th this year, I think.
And then can anybody enter? Or?
Anybody can enter, but whatever you build, you just got to remember, don't build it too big, because you have to get it here, you have to get it in the river, and if it sinks, you got to get it out of the river. And plus, at the end of the race, you have to get it out of the river. So everything that you build, the bigger it is, the heavier it gets.
And do you have any advice for anybody who wants to build a boat with cardboard?
Just use a lot of paint. Tape every little hole up and use a lot of paint.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All I can say is wow. I mean, that was incredible. All those boats made out of tape, paint, and cardboard. And they can float down the river at 200 yards with someone in it, and they survive and can be shown in this museum. I want to thank Tom Lemon for his hospitality and for showing me around. And if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Lets me know you care. While you're at it, click the subscribe button and the bell icon, and it'll notify you when I have new videos out. So until next time, this is Cashew, signing off. And next to the museum is this office building. It used to be the office of Dr. John Rogers. He was the doctor who delivered U.S. Grant when he was born.